Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I think we're live again. My apologies, everyone.
Oh, it looks like it's working this time
Okay. So,
because there's four people waiting. Oh,
my
it's that whole
apologies,
sketch
everyone.
again. Whole
I
sketch.
went to the trouble of making this whole thing all over again. Or not making this whole thing over again, like making it in the first place, putting a schedule down and everything else, and
There we
then
go.
like
It's Tuesday night. It's Warhammer
let's try this
night. We're
again.
here to talk to you and
Uh,
talk lots of stuff.
okay, and
Hi, welcome to Saga of Dice on the right
now we
channel.
have no viewers.
Now we know this. They all went over to the other link. Probably I deleted it.
Yeah. I don't.
Ah,
I'm trying to.
anyway,
I can't even delete it now.
hi, Agent Loop. Oh no, no. If we paused, if we paused, it's doing the loading symbol on the thing. Oh no, you closed the wrong one. Ah, what's
Yo,
going on?
Jamesy. Wait, what do you mean?
I just. Oh, wait, not on any now. I don't know what's going on.
Here, let's see.
It's yours, I guess. This is a.
This is a catastrophe. Well,
We
I can't.
are
Well, Matthias is
amazing.
here, so I think we're okay. Okay.
Oh, oh, I was kind of like, did anyone pause on his search bar just then, where it was his first things? I want to see what
Oh,
was coming
oh.
up in his
I was
search
kind
bar.
of. Oh yeah, we're good. We're good. We're on the right one now.
Is that all right? Okay.
Yeah. My apologies,
It's
everyone.
Tuesday night. It's Warhammer night.
Yeah.
We're here to talk complete stuff.
It
Anyway,
wouldn't be
hi.
a proper week if we. Oh dang it! Now I just realized that I've got it open as well. Um, I wanted to be able to.
The never-ending saga.
Okay.
Da 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 da
I
da.
mean, as I said, I want to consistently give the impression that we are a raccoon going through your garbage, and I feel like we've hit the hat trick tonight, Dale. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, why can't I see my overlay?
Pro skills.
They changed the whole thing, and now there we go. Ah, Streamlabs has gotten funky. It
So what
smells.
we were chatting about before we realized
Right.
that the other
So
thing wasn't working
it's like just messed up my
was
whole thing.
we don't solid
Damn
impersonate
it.
for Trash Panda. Yes, that is us. Basically,
Trash Panda.
same with 40k and AoS at the minute is there's not much coming out
Yeah.
since before Christmas because the General's Handbook comes up this weekend and the Chaos Book comes up this weekend. But because Games Workshop are waiting for LVO to do all their, oh, these are all our cool things that are coming in February and March and April. It's like there's nothing right now. It's like a barren. I think we've had like a Necromunda model with two worms that
Yeah.
has no rules that anyone can find.
As I
So
was,
it's
yeah. Basically, I was saying that this rumor engine is basically indicative of what is going on in Age of Sigmar right now. I'm gonna try and delete that little mini stream that we had. Is like 2 minutes long. Um, the but as you might have seen if you were one of the like the two people that, that just joined when the thing went up. I was right about my prediction. Astra Militarum this last Sunday was announced, and if my predictions further continue to be correct, we're going to get gets announced next Sunday, then World Eaters, and now I'm adding to my prediction Beasts of Chaos. I think we're going to get Beasts of Chaos, and I'm going to keep predicting stuff until I eventually get something wrong. It might be this weekend, but there you go. So, um, there's a few things going on though. Actually, so Dale, you were talking about how it's awesome. We got this first little blurb about Beastmen.
yeah. So this dropped on Monday, and it was kind of like the first kind of fluff stuff we've had on Beast of
Fluff
Chaos in a
stuff.
long time, and poking towards a new book. So hopefully, I think today was some Necromunda 40k stuff. So hopefully tomorrow they might do some good gits. That'd be nice.
That would be great.
Give me my gits. I need my drunk. I was just describing them to someone as I see gits as being. Do you know how
I'm looking for
pandas,
more stuff.
panda bears are kind of like drunk toddlers. So I kind of find gits like drunk Glaswegian toddlers,
What?
where they're just staggering around and angry and they want to shank you. So for some like Skittles or something, and that's
Yeah.
what my Gits army is now based on. It's drunk Glaswegian toddlers who are just graffitiing everything, and they're coming to steal your snacks.
Why Glaswegian? Like, I know you're
Just because
Scottish.
they're like, well, Glaswegian is a lot of fun. The whole like Glaswegian accent is very Scottish, like very deep,
Yeah.
very slow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut you out with a spoon, kind of thing, Glasgow.
Okay.
Um, and it is kind of akin them to being drunk, violent children. And like in Glasgow, like I remember being going to a cinema, and then after the cinema coming, this was like back in like 1999, 2000, and there was a police incident in the car park at the cinema because a kid had stabbed another kid over a Pokemon card, and that's what I see kids as being.
Jesus.
It's like they will shank you for some Skittles, so don't mess with them. But they're also drunk and useless and toddlers. So yeah,
So all in all, there are
drunk
kind of
toddlers.
people, huh, Dial?
I'm gonna be drunk toddlers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I finished Gloomspite while I was
nice.
airbrushing many a squig and troll. Um, I wouldn't recommend it. It really was hard to get through.
Oh
But
yeah,
yeah, it was
I kind of liked it.
Gloomspite?
Yeah.
Really? Oh no, I was so bored. It took me like 3 or 4 tries to get through it, and the only reason I did was because I couldn't refund it on Audible anymore. So it's just
Aw.
like, well, I gotta
Oh,
money for
okay.
it.
I didn't listen to the audiobook. I read the book.
No, the performance was amazing. The performance was the best part,
Mm.
but I didn't think the character like I didn't care about any of the characters, and,
Oh,
and there is one good part though is the part with Scragrot. I don't want to give anything away, but there's a part where Scragrot is like in the book properly, and he's terrifying, and it was awesome.
Scraggerot, Lord of Toasties.
But the Get Slayer book is phenomenal. So if you're looking for something to listen to while you're painting your Gits, I would highly recommend that. I wish there was some more stuff though, but we are getting another book.
Yeah, I was about to say there's the other one which is kind of is it? It's not the sequel. Is a sequel?
It's from the perspective of a Git though, so like unfortunately
AoS coach.
it's the same bloke, but
AoS coach says,
yo,
"Don't you badmouth Scraggy Rob."
I love Scraggy. You see this right here? Only one of
Donna,
us has
Donna grilled
Scragrod.
cheese.
Where's my Scragrod? There he is.
That's because
I'm almost
I'm a
done painting
hipster.
him. That's because Dale isn't a true Get. He does not have our Lord and
No, I
Savior
no,
Scragrod.
because I'm gonna have a Skarsnik instead. The true, the true Git
Exactly.
boss.
See, he's a Goblin player. He's not a Gits player. Okay.
Skarsnik, the Git God.
Yeah, he. Although, so, Coach, I do have a video coming out tomorrow with Matthias, and it is all about gnaw holes, how to place them, what to do, theory, everything. So you might be interested. I don't know.
And
Um,
I'll have like your narwhals bring all the boys to the yard.
well, I wish I could get that. The gnaw holes though are like I can't believe all the stuff that Matthias thought of it. We both thought it was going to be like a 5 or 10 minute video. Part one, what we're calling Nahul's 101, is like 25 minutes. And it's just as important for Skaven players as for non-Skaven players. So you know their limitations, you know what to do against them. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I think the video came out really well. So yeah, see if you guys like it. Step one, tell your opponent what you can put in the hole. Step two, terrorize your opponent and pretend to measure. Oh man, like that statement could be taken in so many ways, but yes, I that is not you're not wrong. You're not wrong, but
You don't know what you can put in your hole and then the
yeah,
narwhal.
you didn't say your.
Yeah.
Oh dear. It's gone off the rails already, everyone. What you've
That's what
come to
LVO gonna be
expect.
like. That'll be great.
Yeah.
I'm excited. It's gonna be a good
So
time.
so the next thing that I can remember to talk about.
Oh, do you want to do the Forge World one?
Oh, right. Yeah, actually I was
Yeah.
thinking about the
Mhm.
tournament. The
Oh, we'll come to that in a minute.
Sure, okay. As long as
I'm
we don't forget.
afraid to let my secret out. I must show my magic.
Oh God! No! What is going on? Oh, this stream is going very poorly already. Um, yes, Matthias's secrets about his whole magic, as he likes to call it.
See, now I
Apparently,
have this whole version of Mr. Mistopheles, but Mr. Matthias and his magic hole.
oh God, what have I done? Dang it!
I'll tell you, my partner's looking at me like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "I'll tell you later. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'll explain it more later."
Uh,
Go the paid troll. Yeah. The okay, so
Speaking of
for a lot
trolls,
of people that might not know, Forge World have taken off a lot of the AoS range from their website, and it's not a like coming soon or down for stock. They've actually just removed it.
some stuff is still coming soon or coming.
Some stuff is,
Yeah.
yeah, but like the Colossal Squig's gone, Troghag's gone. There's a lot of
Yes.
other stuff, and like the rumor going around is that they're just going to be legended and they're not going to be. So when the app hasn't updated, because they're waiting till the weekend, because you've got the Chaos Book, you've got the Battle Scrolls, and you've got the General's Handbook all to update at once. So on the weekend there'll probably be a big update for the app, and there's a high chance that a load of those Forge World items might vanish up. So I don't know where Matthias is in terms of the his vermin lord he was using from that. I don't know if that
He
survived the cut.
he was only he only used that at one tournament, and
Okay.
he doesn't like the model, so I don't think he really cares.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's removed from the game, then you've lost that option. So
Yeah, I mean, I've got an actual Forge World Warpnaw Vermin Lord that I love, that I'll just rebase and make it, just call it, what's his bucket? Um, Lord Screech Vermin King or something like that. But I hope that what they're doing is, like, there's two sides to the rumor. One is that, yeah, they're canceling everything like you said. The other is that it's all getting moved over to the main Games Workshop store,
maybe.
because they are preparing for the old world. I hope it's the latter, just because some sculpts like the Colossal Squig totally hold up, and the Warpnaw is another one that I think actually holds up really well.
So if you click on Age of Sigmar and Forge World,
Yeah.
there's literally 6 models left, and they are the 4 Great Chaos and Clean, like the Great Unclean One,
Oh,
the Great Demon of
you mean the
Zinch, the Great
Exalted?
Demon of Slanesh, yeah, so Exalted,
That's
the
so.
Corn Demon Prince, and the Nurgle Demon Prince, and the Corn Bloodthirster.
And the
That's it.
Slanesh one is like at least for me, it's
Yeah.
one of the more hideous Forge World things they've ever made.
So the
Uh,
rest are all gone.
wow. I guess that's because those are 40K.
Kill the Warp Nov, and I'm the only person to 5-0 with one. True. Yeah.
No, I love him. No, I'll just rebase him. I don't really care. Just put him
So
on
yeah.
something else.
So rip Forge World.
Rip Forge World. Well, not
I
Rip Forge
mean,
World. Rip AOS Forge World,
AOS
maybe.
Forge World, yeah.
Maybe.
Unless, like you said, I mean, maybe they're just gonna kill the AOS side of it, and then they're gonna do the old world and bring back a lot of the other stuff as old world stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what the plan is, but it's
Nothing
kind
would
of
surprise me, to be honest. But some of those sculpts I really like, so I hope not. But
yeah,
time will tell.
yeah.
Um, and I don't know. Like, I don't think you've been able to get the Warpnaw Vermin Lord for some time, so it could be coinciding with the GHB, or it could just be whatever. So anyway, um, and then the last bit of news, Dale.
Yeah. So this is more local news. um, So in BC, like we used to have kind of like 4 big AOS, like multi-system events. The main ones that stood out were Kippers, Attack X, and Wet Coast. Unfortunately, during COVID, we lost um, Attack X. It like had a couple of tries to run up and go, and it unfortunately folded last year.
It
Sorry
looks
about
like it's
that.
permanently gone too, right?
Attack X's, yeah, yeah. So we found out today. So originally, Wet Coast GT was gonna hopefully run on the Friday Saturday of the Easter. Bit strange having it on a Friday Saturday, but it's what they were looking at. But it's come out today that they've actually not been able to secure a venue. So the actual text is, I have to apologize for all the excitement and give this news. It's with regrets that we will not run West Coast GT this year. Our inability to find a venue that fits within our budget capabilities came too late for us to have enough time to properly carry out the necessary marketing to make it happen. Haven't given up a return, but it won't happen April this year. So no West Coast this year, which is a big shame. It's a multi-system event. It's usually one of the bigger ones in BC. So now we're kind of just down to Kippers this year. I'm in talks with a venue right now where there is a potential we can run an AoS event on the Easter weekend. I've just got to kind of confirm some stuff this weekend. Is this week, sorry, if it is a possibility or not. And if it is, we're going to bring back Cake of Death.
Which
Cake
is
so Cake of Death is a Warhammer Fantasy Battle tournament I did for 2 years in a row, which was very popular and it worked really well. And so we're going to bring it back for AOS. So the idea would be there'll be a lower ticket price, and then if you bring terrain for a table, you'll get an even lower ticket price because the venue might essentially be free. All the money will go towards I get some people to run it, including myself. So I'll need some financial assistance to help with that. And then I'm wanting to get some really cool prizes. That's what we used to do for Cake of Death. And then I also want to start putting some money away for kind of like a deposit on a future venue slash bigger event because it might be a case of if we need to do a big event in Vancouver, I might just have to look at doing it because no one else is right now. So yeah, that's my plan. The reason it's called Cake of Death is one of the competitions in the weekend is cake baking. So you bring in a cake. We have two type of voting on it. So we have some impartial judges will come along and try your cakes, and we'll also have everyone else get to vote for their favorite cake. The excuse is to give everyone cake. So when we did it before, I think we had like 8 cakes amongst 40 people. So everyone got cake. And there are prizes for the cakes as well. So, the prizes we went for were like kind of cool fantasy weapons, or like we're probably doing some 3D printed stuff and things like that. But the idea is like cool prizes, have lots of like products we can actually give to people for prizes as well. Everyone gets cake, and it's a fun weekend.
I mean, it feels like that's just win-win-win if everyone gets
Yeah,
cake.
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I'll
Everyone gets cake.
drink lemonade.
Yeah. So that's the plan. I'm going to talk to some people this week and see if it's a thing we can make happen. So yeah, it's going to be exciting. It'll be fun. And we'll do
Cool.
like it'll be on a Saturday, Sunday of the Easter weekend if we can do it. Um, I'm looking at being 40 Canadian for the event, where events usually are like 60, $80 Canadian right now, so it's kind of like on the cheaper end. And as I said, that's because we're getting a free venue, but we're going to need help with terrain, so there'll be reductions and things like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that's the plan. And then yeah, I want to start being able to put money or donations aside to see if we can set. That's really cool. We can set. Can we show it quickly? So Lisa is currently, because I want to kind of do something
It's still
funny.
very wet.
Oh, sorry, it's still very wet for LVO.
Yeah.
I always wear these same hoodies. It's just because I really like them and I have like 20 of them or something. So Lisa is currently doing one in Git's Flames, like my things.
Wow.
So I can wear one of these
What?
at the event and put my
Oh
hood up
man,
and have my.
I'm so jealous. Dang.
So I'm gonna be dressed like a Git. So I've got like a thing wear and I've got my battle kilt. So that's gonna be my
Wow.
Git's thing.
Lisa, how much for one for me?
Yeah. Well, I've got my patches as well. So she's done me 12 of those patches.
Dang,
And it
that's
looks
so
like it's actually a number of Gits players going, which is going to be great. So I'll be able to give some out. And then we'll have one for, oh yeah, that's the big one I've got for my bag.
That's so
But then
cool.
I could just put it on my face. That's fine. And then I've got some small ones to go out. But yes, we'll have one for you and I've got one for Dan.
That's cool, man.
But yeah, so like a Gits gang. Gits gang.
Oh, that's so
Like
awesome.
pinky gang. It's like everyone else does like metal hordes. We're going to do pinkies. Gits
Yeah.
gang.
Yeah.
It's
That would be. Oh man, that's so
going
awesome.
to be very stupid, but it's going to be fun. So
And when you say Dan, you mean Dan Goshwind, one of the patrons.
yes,
Yes.
yeah, the one because he's had baby Scarlet.
Yes.
So we want to send one so we can put it on a baby grow and then we can have a picture of the baby grow baby with the goblin symbol on it.
That would be so
Like slowly corrupting the future generations.
awesome. Oh man. Yeah.
I tried to pitch Lisa on the idea of can we do something similar, and she's like, no.
Oh,
Yeah, we're thinking.
oh, that's a shame.
I am actually waiting for the new book, so
It's
I know what to actually spend money paying on. Going to join the Gits Gang spread. Yes, Gits Gang. Gotta get
yes.
Pinky. Gits Gang. Um, yeah.
I'm
But
just
I
painting.
just want it to be fun. Just give us a fun, playable book. That's all I want.
It will be, I'm sure. I don't. I'm I'm just painting the stuff that I like. Squigs, trolls, and I've already done a bunch of spiders, but I'll probably do more. That's what I'm working on right now. A bunch of little mushroom babies. So, my mushroom babies. I do love them. Um
Do you have that picture of that the squiggles I did the squigs inside the skittles?
I can you if you
Oh,
can send it to
it's just
me
like that.
on Facebook, I can put it up.
Okay, it's
I
just in case you had it, just because
I don't have it.
it's fun.
I had my mom had a doctor's appointment, and then
No. Is she
I
okay?
oh yeah no, it's just like a checkup. Like we gotta
Side
go all the
conversations.
every so often, and then while I was at the doctor, um, they I went out into the waiting room again, and then I almost dropped my phone, and I caught it, and I slammed my pinky down
Oh,
into the arm of the chair so bad I actually thought I broke my pinky.
what?
So I went back in. This is like 2 hours ago, and it's still like really sore. But I went back in there, and I was like, "Hey doc, before we go, can you take a look at my pinky? I think I might have broke it." And he felt it, and he used to be an emergency room doctor, so he felt it, and he was just like, he's like, "You're very lucky you didn't break it." He's like, "It's not broken, but you were very lucky." Yeah, I'm an idiot. Like, what was the worst case scenario? I dropped my phone, which has got an OtterBox case on it, on carpet. Like, nothing was gonna. It wasn't worth it. But anyway, yeah, it's bigger slightly than my ring finger. um,
I just sent you the picture over on
okay,
Facebook.
okay, I can put it up for you once I
Oh,
once I receive it. It's probably better than the Beastmen. Although honestly, like, so I have no interest in Beastmen, but I'm super excited for the book. Like, I think they're gonna bring something really
it'll be nice for
interesting.
them. I mean, they've not had a book for a very long time,
It's
so
gonna be nice for everyone, Dale, because
yeah.
everyone's been having to play with their like broken white dwarf supplement for a while now, and so I think everyone's gonna be happy. You know. Um, yeah. So that would be cool. Did you send it to me already?
Yeah, I
Oh,
said
okay.
on face. I'm actually just gonna do
Oh,
a
right.
quick shout out event. So one of the local guys,
Please.
I just read his Facebook post because I didn't read it earlier, and I feel so bad because he was just asking me questions about his wanting to help run he was going to help run West Coast GT, and it's like, oh, poor guy. I don't know if he's heard yet or not. But I sent that this morning, 8 o'clock, and I just didn't see it. But it's a guy called Colin Ross, and he is going to be running an AoS tournament in Vancouver. It's just a 1 day charity one. I think it's 1,000 points.
Okay.
But I said I'd give it a quick shout out. We're advertising on the Discord, and it's on.
Sorry,
Da, da, da,
where is
da,
it
da.
again?
It's in Vancouver, so it's going to be in Surrey. It's at a golf course. So it's like the Guildford Golf Course and Country Club. He's got the
Oh, cool.
place like a venue there rented,
That's
and
cool.
it's on 9:30 on the Sunday, the 19th of March. So there's a
Nice.
link on Facebook. We'll see if we can stick it up in the I'll stick it up in the chat.
Cool.
But yeah, it's like if any because I know a lot of the newer players are kind of
Bam.
interested in like some of the smaller points events.
Yep.
So that'd be good for them. So I'll just stick it up there, and people can go and have a look at it if they want to. And I just click something extra on it, so I'm gonna post it again. Oh, I can't send it because it's stupid Facebook, and it won't let me
Well,
do a smaller
I
version
brought
of
up
it.
your photo.
Okay, cool. Yay!
So this is Dale's one truly
It got like 400
awesome
odd likes,
photo.
which is great.
I love it. Yeah. It's so great. I was painting my squigs rainbow colored as well, but
Yeah.
then you had already done it, and like a bunch of people in the Facebook group had already done it. So I was just like, I want to do my own thing. So I ended up repainting them, and now they're just like really bright blue mushrooms. Yeah, that's Dale's. Hey,
Yeah,
goat
yeah,
man.
that's my. I basically was literally I'd been thinking about wanting to do a teaser picture for the army because I
It,
need to do a new one that I've been working it. And I was literally on the way home and I went into a shop just to buy one bag of Skittles so I
oh,
could
for
then take
real?
this
That's
picture. Yeah.
awesome. Oh, is this on
So,
your home table?
yeah, yeah, this is just on my table
Oh, that's
downstairs. So I
awesome.
literally just emptied the bag of Skittles upstairs, took some downstairs, put a load of squigs inside the bag, and sprinkled some on the table. And then
I
that
love
was it.
Skittles and I love squigs, so it's the perfect
Yeah.
combo.
Yeah. Squiggles, I do like squiggles. Someone told me because
Yeah.
before the idea was squiggles, and that just sounds like something we've had a bad curry.
Yes,
So squiggles sounds a lot cuter.
it
So I
does.
definitely now want to do a T-shirt with squiggles taste the rainbow or something.
That would be awesome. I would. Yeah, maybe we can figure something out. Maybe I could design one. We'd have to like we couldn't put actual Skittles. You know what I mean? Like you couldn't use their logo or whatever, but
No.
if we just changed it slightly.
Well, if you just have to change the wording, because if you look, there's all these off brands that do
Totally.
Coca-Cola and stuff like this, and they get away with it because it's the same logo, it's just different spellings and stuff. So,
Exactly.
um,
You have to be careful. I know that the idea is that it can't be like where you could confuse the two, where like a normal person could think. Anyway, we're getting into the weeds on something that's not
mhm.
super important. But yeah, I would love to do that. Um, I'm actually doing something for rerolling ones right now. I'm designing something for them. Uh, but after that's done,
That's the other thing. So I also had an idea the other day is I already asked Lisa what I want for my birthday for May
yeah.
is I want her to make me a pocket squig.
Oh,
So
cool.
I want
Wait a
a
minute. What do
squishy
you mean by that?
I want a soft toy squig, which I'm
Okay.
gonna get her to make me, which is big enough to fit in my hand but go in my pocket. But she's also gonna put a magnet on it so I could put it on my shoulder. So
Oh,
when I'm
cool.
playing at events and wearing my goblin hoodie, I can have a pocket squig sitting on my shoulder.
Dang. Man, it must
So
be nice to have a girlfriend
oh,
who's
she's so talented. Like
yeah,
this
that's
in terms of like all the painting stuff, but also like right now she's sewing patches on my gaming bag for me. And then she's also yeah, she's like made soft toys for people and stuff before. So she's gonna just make me the soft toy. So
that's so awesome.
she's doing an awesome for my Christmas as well, even though I'm not using it right now. A backdrop. She's making it out of clay for my daughter's cane. So it's modular and it's like a whole temple. So it's got like a Medusa head in the background and like
Wow.
stairs and stuff. Yeah, no, well that's the aim.
Put a
So
ring
yeah,
on it, he says.
we, we
AOS coach
both
is giving you a
we
hard
both
time.
technically have to get divorced first because we're both married to different people. So,
Yeah, that's minor
so
detail.
you know, yeah, minor detail.
Do you remember that
But
old do you remember that joke
we're working at that.
do you remember that old
Yeah.
joke from what's it called? Looney Tunes? Not Looney Tunes. What was it called? Tiny Toons? There was like Tiny Toons, there was like the like Bugs Bunny's kid and all those like the Warner
Oh
Brothers
yeah.
cartoons kids. There was a movie, like a Tiny Toons movie or something, and I still remember it. There's like this crocodile, and he's got like two wives. And then one of the characters like, "Hey, isn't that bigamy?" And he's like, "No, that's big of me."
Yeah.
Yo, Keith, what's up? Did you miss all the cool stuff? There
Oh,
hasn't been that
random.
much going on. Like
I don't
we're
know. It's been pretty good. It's worth scrolling back through later on if you
it's
want to
worth
look
it's
at some
worth I don't know.
us talking about being trash pandas and Rob not knowing how to start this
Ah,
show still.
I like it's so frustrating because it's like, okay, I remember to
It's
do
only been a
everything.
year at least. Come on.
And I don't think it's been even nearly a year, has it?
No, I don't think so for live shows. I think it's probably been about 6 months.
About that, I think. Anyway, I we were chatting in between. They're like, "Oh, it's 7. I better hurry up and put the thing on, and then I just didn't click on the show that I prepared like a dope. But we did get the hat trick for appearing like a trash panda for 3 weeks in a row. So um, I will endeavor not to do that again, but I will not promise it because yeah, Tuesdays tend to be busy. But
So our prequel live show was the 6th of July.
the prequel
Live
live
show. We
show.
did a prequel, like a tester, I think it was.
Okay, so we're over 6 months then because.
I think it's about 6 months today.
Oh,
Actually, I
sorry. I
think
thought you meant.
it's today our 6 months
Sorry.
anniversary. Like we're starting episode one. And then look
Maybe.
at this. I think
Maybe.
it could be.
I haven't.
It looks like it was the 16th of July was our first official episode.
Well, that's cute.
That's funny. So happy 6 months anniversary.
Happy 6 month anniversary, darling.
Still don't know how to work the camera.
And I didn't get you anything.
It's fine.
Actually, I was just saying at the doctor's office, like, hey, they were like, do you want to schedule it for this date? And I'm like, no, that's my 20th anniversary with my wife. So
Oh.
can't do that. He's like, you're too young to be married for 20 years. And I'm like, am I though? Am I? I wish that were true. Yes, happy 6 month, everyone. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate everyone coming. Like, you know, I won't say that the show has evolved, but it's still here. It's still here. Yeah. You know what's funny is like at first there was a boon to the subscriber numbers. And then for a while, like, cause YouTube, I didn't know this, but YouTube hates it when you do something different. So then
Really?
it punished
Okay.
me for like months
Doing a live
afterward. Yeah, for doing something different. Even though I'm just adding it to the repertoire, it still punished me, and I don't know. Yeah, it was wild. It was very frustrating, but I didn't want to stop doing it because I like doing it, and this is so much easier than doing battle reports. You know what I mean? Like the battle reports take so much work.
Plus,
Not
it's nice to be able to, just chat with people about stuff.
That's why I started doing it. Is because I just
Yeah.
I like interacting and talking
It's
about
kind of
stuff and
it's really funny because like you look back over the episodes and how many some of our live shows have had afterwards, and the one show was when I was sick with COVID and you did the General's Handbook leak show has
yeah.
got like 1.4 thousand
That's
views on
crazy.
it in comparison to the other live show which ranged from like 400 to 800 and stuff.
Yeah.
Because time and the one show I
Some of
did.
them are like 100. Like we've got a
Yeah,
bunch that are just like
yeah.
100 views, but yeah, I mean, like I knew that the podcast was never going to take over from the main thing, which is battle reports. Because if you look at the battle reports, like they're 1.4 thousand is low for them,
Yeah.
but yeah, that was fun though doing the leaks. It's too bad you couldn't make it. Obviously,
No.
that would have been hype. But
Oh, I was not in a good state.
you had
So
actual COVID, yeah. Yeah, you weren't being hyperbolic. You actually
No,
had.
no. It was really funny as well because I was like, oh, I might take some time off over Christmas. And then all the leaks came out and I went, oh no, I want to do a thing. And then I had COVID, so I just couldn't do it anyway. So I had to take the time off. So it's like
Yeah.
typical.
I mean, I think that's the only show that I've done without any co-host.
Mhm.
But
But we had lots of stuff to talk about.
oh yeah, I mean honestly, it was pretty much pure man reads book kind of deal,
Yeah.
right? But
I'm kind of excited to get my hands on the General Handbook this Saturday because like I've
I'm
not
super
played
excited.
any. I've played that one game when I was using my LVO list versus Matthias list on
Oh yeah.
Smash. But I've not played any games of it because it's like I've been trying to get people to play LVO old so I can
Yeah.
get some practice.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm kind of excited for get LVO out of the way so then I can start playing some of the new version,
I
especially if we
really-
do end up getting the new book in the next couple of weeks.
I really like the new handbook. It's still here is some amazing marketing. Yeah. Never been my forte, Jamesy. Never been my forte. You are too young for it. It's a compliment when somebody says those words. That's true. And it was nice. He didn't mean it like in any kind of bad way, but I was just going, if only that were true. That would be great if that were actually true. Weekday hobby hangout. Yeah, it's kind of what it's been lately. We're just having fun and chatting and whatnot.
Yeah, it's just the last couple of weeks. It hasn't been, there's not much going.
There's not much
There's
going
not much
on,
going-
and
yeah.
my life has been in some flux, and it's gotten even busier lately. So I've been having a little more trouble planning things out. But it's also really nice just to hang out and just make time to hang out and chat with y'all and paint, because I don't normally get to just paint. Um, so this is fantastic. Although I'm
Yeah,
finding
also like, everyone's not always ultra hardcore and wants to know all the latest stuff and things like that. Sometimes people just want to have a chat about
it's
stuff.
so true. Like this is some of the main content that I consume on YouTube is people just waxing nostalgic about Age of Sigmar, my favorite game in the hobby. You know. Um, so yeah. Um,
Oh, actually, I was at so at the weekend I was at my first Marvel Crisis Protocol 1 day event. I've only played 3 games, but while I was there, so I actually won a game, which I was really chuffed about. I lost the first two, won the last one, so I was really happy about that. But while I was there was actually a couple of the players that are like getting back into Age of Sigmar as well.
oh,
So
cool.
it's kind of nice to be able to talk to those and like pimp out the Discord we have and stuff. Um, so it's definitely like it's kind of like the thing at the minute where we've got a growing scene. There's a lot going on in BC. There's a lot of people starting to get games. We just need some events. We just need to get some venues.
Yeah, I think
This issue we have.
I think that I think that Age of Sigmar is growing worldwide. Like I don't even think it's just here. I think it's just
Hmm.
the game just keeps getting better and better. Like yeah, I just think it's in such a great spot right now. And the new General's Handbook, like it's not perfect, but man, like there are more good scenarios in this handbook than we've ever seen, I think.
Yeah.
There's only one that I don't like. It's the one where they randomly turn off and on. I think that one is
Down
too much luck.
233.
I got a laugh the other day when I saw the GMG video about GHB. Rob did a video about the GHB and it was Man Reads book. GMG got sent a digital copy of Chitella, so it was Man stares at laptop. Yeah, for real. Yeah. Ash is a good guy. He's actually interesting story about him. He used to be the area manager, like the general manager for all Games Workshop stores in like I think BC. He used to like manage them all.
Oh wow.
And then he moved out to Ontario and betrayed us all. But
Yeah.
he seems like a really good guy. I don't know him personally, but
Yes, Braden, the secondaries are so difficult. It's gonna be interesting times to see how people navigate that because I can well imagine a lot of situations where people are only gonna end up with like 3 out of the 5
but
in a game.
they were talking about it on Warhammer Weekly last week, and it's actually a really good episode. And Tyler, not actually, you know what I mean. Like I was pleasantly surprised that it was beyond their normal, even their normal level. Um,
I'm
Tyler,
gonna take it how it sounds.
don't do that. It was really good, and Tyler was kind enough to recommend the last battle report with Matthias. Um, Tyler's another great guy who I've known since I got back into the hobby. He's fantastic, and yeah, he's a good guy. But it was really what they were talking about is they were saying that 3 out of 5 should be like the average. Like you shouldn't actually be getting them all every turn because otherwise it kind of like there's not much point, right? Like if you just get 5 out of 5 every time, then what's the point of even having them? We might as well not even have them. It's like unless you make this huge blunder, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I agree. It should be a tough thing, and it should also be. Um,
Ideally though, it's there's parallel sort of difficulty in every book. I don't think we're ever going to get there, but I could
I
only
could only do cunning maneuver in 2 games of the new edition.
yeah. So cunning maneuver is usually easy if you take the first turn, which is interesting. Like it might become like I'm noticing in the new book, and even towards the end of the last book, I was winning more often when I went first. And I don't know if that's partially just because I was planning around like building my army, like about being forced to go first, and then I just get up on points and it's hard to recover from that, or if
When were you
it's
winning? Because it was on stream.
it was on stream. How dare you, sir? How dare you?
When you're having a losing streak for a while.
I don't think so. Was I? I don't pay attention to
Maybe
that.
maybe it was Andy.
I don't pay. I actually just don't pay attention to that. The way we build the armies like around what to play for me is what have I not played in the longest amount of time, and B, is this going to be a one-sided matchup? We try to play around like you know around like no, neither person just having a blowout because no one likes to see those games. You know.
Yeah.
Um, and then sometimes like I usually ask my opponent too, like, hey, what do you want to play against? And they almost always have a strong opinion about what they do or don't want to play against. And so I usually just play whatever they want me to, as long as it fits, as long as I didn't just play it. But
Saga of Dice is my Wednesday lunchtime entertainment. Warmer Weekly is my Thursday morning entertainment. Nice to have entertained as well. Oh,
heck yeah, dude. Yeah, I regularly consume. I used to watch their shows live, but I just don't. I just can't anymore. It's unfortunate, but um, you know, but it is what it is. I you know I've gotten a lot of great tips from them, especially in the hobby side of things, from Vince and whatnot. So
Oh,
yeah,
another piece of unrelated AoS news. Um, The Last of Us, the TV series, is really good. If you've not seen it and you like the game, or you're kind of into like kind of darker, more zombie-esque stuff, watch it. It's really good. I have no schedule, basically a wild man. Yeah, you are the wild man. I'm very much
that's
looking forward to meeting you in LVO and having drinks.
AOS Coach has some of the best AOS content on YouTube.
Yep.
Bar
It's honest.
none.
It is my favorite way to look at, and this is not like something. AOS coach. He still hasn't got me on his show because I haven't done anything worthwhile.
By by the
It's
way, Coach, I was talking um to Jack the other day.
oh, from rerolling ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he told me about your guys' idea, and all I have to say is yes, please make that happen. Like, please make it
I've
happen.
still got it organized going down there because like Jack forgot to sort it out last time I went down for a game. So hopefully when we go down maybe in March or something, I might be able to go and sort out a game on their channel. That'll be nice.
That would be awesome.
Um, so which would be cool. Yeah, last night really good. Yeah, AOS coach. I really like the way he. So I don't watch any other new book breakdowns now on any of the other channels, just because I kind of like the way he does his format for it. So, um,
Absolutely.
first of January and now my news. You're coming breaking news channel.
I
Is
didn't say anything. I didn't say what it was. There's nothing. There's nothing.
we're gonna get a
I
spoiler
didn't,
channel.
and
The
I didn't break. I didn't. But just to be clear, I did not get anything from Coach in terms of that GHB, and I know GW knows that. God, I'm sweating all of a sudden. Is it hot in here?
Yeah, so if you haven't seen them yet, go and check out Coach's videos. I know he recently did one up for the
Coach
channel.
is the best. Dang it! I'm
Just
literally gonna
because
take my
the
sweater
way he
off.
breaks them down and just do all the visuals, just because they're really good for me to screenshot and be able to share them with people, I like them really well. So yeah, keep that going because it's a great way of being able to share with people that don't necessarily have time to watch the full videos. And the work is muchly appreciated.
Well, and he
So
just gets these amazing guests, and I'm jealous that I've never been a guest on his thing.
I
But
know I'm the same.
um,
I've got to do something worth recognition, and then he might invite me on one day.
yes, yes, we all want that. But I don't even know like like
Being a loudmouth gate isn't enough.
work for
For
it,
voice.
boys. Yeah, we're trying, Coach. We're trying. Oh man, the problem is like I'll never get it. Like I can't because like I play a different army every time, and I can't go to tournaments. So,
But it's like
but
I come top in the Pacific Northwest Masters with the only non-crons finalist using Avatars of Kane not good enough. First person 4-1 gits with just gits and not Kragnos or anyone, not good enough.
No,
It's like, what do I need to do?
you need to get second at the Worlds, Dale.
No, I'm gonna get best overall at LVO with my gits, and then that'll be 2 for 2 with best overall.
If you get
And
best
then
overall it gets, I feel like you have to.
and then I'm gonna win one of the events next year and go to Worlds. I'm gonna go to AoS Worlds with gits.
I mean, yes.
That's the Games Workshop one, not the other one.
Yeah.
I
I
do win. I win quite often. It's just I've not 5-0 this year. It's just all 4-1s. Boo.
not good enough. You need to win, Dale.
It's because I don't take the broken stuff. I take hipster stuff. I've created a monster and off. Yes, yes, you did. Yeah.
Excellent. All according to plan.
It's okay. I blame it all on Matthias, as I said. You're like beginning of the season, very first tournament we went to. Me and Matthias went out for dinner on the Friday night, and he was like, "Oh, I wish I could do as good as you this year." And then every tournament since, he's done like better than me. I was like, "Oh, damn it, I'm a has-been."
Matthias
Matthias is the man right now for us.
Matthias is the chosen one. He is
He
Neo.
is. He
Yeah.
is. He just the big thing I need to get better at is just remembering stuff, because like I remember a lot of the stuff, but it's just things like when I'm playing against someone, it's like remembering, oh yeah, these guys can deep strike and do poison attacks, and oh yeah, this can do a thing and stuff. Because sometimes I just
Do you use
it's
AoS reminders?
no, well, it's more at home games. So when I'm in a tournament, I usually remember. It's just that when we do like fun house games, it's just things like I'm excited to play, but I don't really like go through all that stuff or be like, oh yeah, this is a thing and I should be doing this and this. So
Hmm.
yeah,
Maybe
which
one
is funny
day.
because like for a while, every home game we played, I beat Matthias, and then when we went to tournaments, he would beat me. So it's kind of this whole kind of fun thing for a while.
That's what Andy does. Is he
He
lulls you
wins
into
not
a
at tournaments, and then he goes to tournaments and just that's
no. He was
yeah.
like he lost like 5 games in a row, and then he came in like second at that local tournament, and he lost to the guy with the dread Saurian. He just rolled like Shapoopy. Don't recommend doing that. Don't roll like Shapoopy if you want to win.
Hang on a second. So how come AOS Coach and Alex have the little spanner symbol by their name, and I still,
I
and
you
I
oh you
still
don't?
have it?
Well, write
I
something
don't
in the chat. Write something in the chat.
I don't have moderator abilities.
I don't trust you. That's one reason. I mean,
Alex,
so I can't remember why Alex was. There we go. Why am I a mod?
because
I
we're
don't
spanners, yes.
remember.
That's the
Oh,
question. Why are you a mod? Yeah, it's like why?
I don't know. Okay.
Is this something? Is this another exclusive you've not told us?
Yeah.
We're becoming part of the AOS Coach network.
There you go. You whiny git. How about that?
Can I be a spanner? Exactly. I'm a git. I'm a whiny git. I'm an angry git. I'm a troll git.
Yo, Romulan, what's up, man? Oh man.
Oh, I
So,
can't. Yeah, I have a spanner now.
oh man. I is Skaven player, not a rat. Yeah. Well, for what I was, it's a long story. I can't make everyone a mod. There are limits on it, but yeah. Then stab Rob in the back. Yeah, yeah. That sounds right. Do you remember in AOS 1 that there used to be a rule if you had a Skaven hero next to your general when they died, you could make the other Skaven character your general. It would just go on to them, and the lore was they just stabbed them in the back. It was so good. Make everyone a spanner, then Dale won't want it.
My
He's
worst
found
fear
your
right now is
kryptonite. He's
it's
found your kryptonite. Yeah.
gits become so popular, everyone starts playing them, and then I
Oh
don't play
man.
these anymore.
You know
I
what's
play
crazy
them.
though? You know what's crazy though is Gits are already popular.
Oh,
Right?
I know.
Like I I got into them when they were at their lowest back in the, a while ago, and I just got all spiders. But then recently I got back into them when they were at a new lull as well. I think most people are just attracted to the models. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, Keith.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
I think that's it. Yeah.
And they're drunk Glaswegian toddlers.
According to Dale. Once more, Dale does not represent the views of this podcast. He is a
It's
freelancer.
definitely it's the models, it's the kind of lore behind them. It's the cat that like they're just they're just such a ridiculous concept that that is funny.
They are they are charming and hilarious and also awful, but I'd say the same things about Skaven, and
Hmm.
they're my favorite. So they're so much fun to paint. Every model has
Um,
so much character.
so Coach was saying, what do you think the LVO reveal will be for AOS?
Oh,
So
that's a great.
I think
I've been
I
thinking
think
about
it's
this
gonna
all week.
be
All
it's
week.
gonna be so basically the stuff that we saw as silhouettes from the thing a wee while ago. So we're
Okay.
gonna see the Seraphon stuff. We'll probably see a box set or something with the corn and the Slanesh guy.
Okay, so if you guys don't know this already, I'm a wishful thinker. So, like, just with that in mind, yes, I think they're going to show the Sarah. I'm like, I hope they're going to show the Seraphon. Like, I hope it's like a box set like Slaves to Darkness with like a limited edition rule set and like the new Slan, the new Saurus Warriors, hopefully new Saurus Warriors, and like some kind of monster, like
I
whatever.
kind of think the Slanesh model might be an Underworlds box set. So I think we're gonna see the
But we're
Seraphon
but
set
but there's
and
no
then the
okay.
corn and then the corn hero an advertisement for the book, but then also
I
I think we'll still get a Slanesh book, but I think that that hero model is going to be an Underworlds character.
I don't think so
Okay.
because I think we all agree that we're gonna get a new hero model in with the Slanesh release, right? We all agree on that, right? Like Korn and Slanesh are both gonna get foot heroes, right? I think they are because like even Beastmen are getting one. So I think Slanesh and Korn are getting a new foot hero each. And the reason why I think that that's not from the warbands is because the preview is Age of Sigmar preview.
True.
So if they did that and then it was a warband thing, I think that people would lose their shit even excuse me even more than they mean to. I know I'm a hypocrite. What do you want from me? I had a long day. The rules are never great, but you earn every victory you get with goblins. Hey, Seraphon, one new hero and a box of 20-year-old models, as is tradition. You be quiet, Romulan dog. Okay, I'm wishful thinking. No, we but for real though, we already saw those silhouette previews. We know we're getting. Well, we don't know. I guess we don't know. We know we're pretty sure we're gonna get.
It's gonna be a new hero and a Saurus
It's
Underworld
not though.
unit.
It's not. We
That's gonna
know like
be.
we're getting a new slan because like you can see from the thing, we're getting a new monstrous cavalry or monstrous hero of some kind on like a what looks to be like a Struthiomimus type dinosaur with maybe wings, like an Archaeopteryx. Yeah.
It's gonna be an Underworlds box set with a baby Slan.
How
Baby
a
Slan.
baby slan
So
actually would be
baby Slan.
totally down for
Like
baby
baby
Yoda,
Yoda,
baby
baby
slan.
Slan.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Just to watch you be so upset where it's like I had these
No,
hopes of
no,
all
no,
these
no,
new
no.
Seraphon
If they
stuff.
have baby
And
slan, I am so down for that, Dale.
baby Slan
If if they
just like
make
a little tiny baby Slan on a disc thing like Yoda. Yeah, definitely.
I actually Saurus
Tadpole
Corpse on
Slan.
an LRL base. Damn it, Alex, damn it. Why does that hold the ring of truth? Actually, I know why. It's because LRL get everything. They're the new
Oh, but that
Stormcast.
was the comedy thing with the new Metal Watch that came out recently. They were interviewing the guy who's the lead director or something for AOS,
Yeah.
and he's a Lumineth Realm Lords player. And it's like, oh, everything makes so much sense now. 8 million Lumineth Realm Lord books. It's not complete taking the Mickey, but it was just kind of like a funny, coincident kind of thing.
It's so true. Um, okay. So I have a question for everyone, including Dale.
Okay.
I'll limit it to Age of Sigmar. So, if you could only play one army for all of Age of Sigmar, and I don't mean just now, I mean for all time, what would it be? Right?
Evan Blue, yes. Um, Honestly, like I think it would be Gitsame.
You think
Because
it'd be
like I
Gits?
really enjoy like Daughter King with my army. I really enjoy the lore behind them. I enjoy the model range. But for me, AOS has become a lot more about the community and the people you interact with.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm kind of becoming like that older hipster player kind of thing. And
Becoming?
yeah, more so, you
Okay.
know.
Okay.
And like one of the big reasons, as I said, I left. I stopped. I just during last year. I think it's when I took my Gits to the Bellingham event. I took Gits with Kragnos. I just had so much fun just playing Gits, and I was just like, you just don't have the same connection with Daughters of Cain because like one is they're a good army, so that they don't have the same kind of when people play against Daughters of Cain, they're like, oh god, Daughters of Cain. Even if you're using something different. Um, but the community, I just found like, as I said, it's just every list going online was like, oh, this is Marathi and 15 Bosniks, and they change one unit, and they're like, well, what do you think of this? And it's like, well, it's just the same as every other list,
That's
and
fair.
it's just so repetitive to see. And it was really good that this year there were some people that took non-Marathi lists that did well, like Jeremy Vesemir went 5-0 once or twice with a non-Marathi list. I've managed a couple of 4-on-1s with it. So it was nice seeing those non-lists doing well. But just the general community, I just didn't find the same joy in comparison to when you go on to the Gits Discord or the Gits WhatsApp or even the Gits section on AOS's coaches thing, where everyone is just so happy just to be playing Gits. Well, like it's like, oh, I lost 4 games in a row, but I had a great time.
But I
It's
played
just
Git, so it's
it
all
yeah,
good.
it's just
Yeah.
this whole kind of like different mentality.
But
And
what's
armies are
gonna
gonna go
happen
up and
though?
down.
What's gonna happen when Gits become good?
They will be good for a while, but then they might be bad again. Like they will go up and down.
Yeah, but that's my point though. Like,
But
so are you still gonna feel like Gits are your main thing? Like, what if it gets inverted and Daughters become the new hipster army?
it's more about just like the model range, the interaction with other people, and just like the general the variety of it as well. So like again, Daughters of Cain, I can do a snake army or I can do a sister army, and then that's really it. But Gitch, you can do a Troggoth army, or you can do a spider army, or you can do a squig army, or you can do a grot army, or you can do a mixture of it all. And even, you know, as it is right now, where they're not great, you can still build what you want and have fun with it.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I think for me it would be that.
AOS coach says Gits are the best, so he chooses Gits. Romulan says just Doom Wheels. I like both of those answers. I
Spin to win, Matthias.
Yeah, I think he's referring to Doom Wheels, but he could be referring just to Skaven as well, like the slot machine that is the army.
I think the thing that would pip gets even more is if they brought back the Doom Diver or Snotling Punk Wagons.
So I don't think that
I
they
would love
are
those. I
yet,
know they're probably not yet, but maybe in the
but
future.
hopefully, yeah, hopefully that's the next thing that they do. It might, like I think they're probably going to combine fantasy with,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I
So
I
that might
very
be
much see
something.
the Doom Diver being saved for the old world.
And then they could just use it in
Yeah,
both games, right?
yeah,
That would make sense to me.
yeah.
Um, yeah,
Same potential with pump wagons. They could do some really cool pump wagons with the kind of technology that they have for plastic models now.
yeah.
But I think things like that, there's like certain things where you definitely get the feeling like they could bring this back, but are they saving it for this instead? So what I get the feeling about some of the high elf stuff that have kind of been removed over the time, like the lion chariots and things like this, where I wonder if they're just going to be pulling those and using like a version of them or even them in the old world.
So those models though you couldn't buy. You could buy separate, right? They weren't part of Island of Blood, right?
No, they were separate.
So yeah, I mean they could just start printing them again, right?
Yeah.
If we were going
But
purely,
even just things like that, it just gives you.
that's fair. If we were going purely on favorite models, fluff, and enjoyment playing them, it would be LRL currently. I can just hope that one day Tyrion arrives and they get more fun rules. It's true. Like for me, like obviously it's Skaven. I I just love them way too much beyond even reason. And then I think my second choice would be Seraphon because they were around early, like they've always been around, and I also have some nostalgic love for them. And then third for me would be Gitz for sure. They're just, but I don't know, like Gitz might overtake Seraphon. I can't, I don't know. I don't know. I can't predict the future. It kind of depends. The problem with Seraphon though, are some of the models are just so freaking old and ugly.
Yeah.
You know.
I
But
still have a feeling like Tyrion is going to turn up the same time as Malarian,
I think
and it'll be like a big kind of
so.
push thing and have both of them at the same. It's just because in the lore wise, they're kind of like
They're
it sounds
yeah.
like Tyrion's chasing down Malarian.
Well, they've
It's like,
always been kind of linked,
yeah, yeah.
right? I think that would be cool. I hope the box set is either Tyrion versus Skaven or Valerian versus Skaven, and that way it's just like this absolute killer box that everyone's gonna love. And it would also reflect Island of Blood and be kind of a cool homage to that. Your favorite fantasy
I would
armies?
love it
High
if
elves.
Malarian was if went chaos
Uh,
because
if Malarian,
we
he won't though. He won't because
we
like
don't have any evil elves. We need evil elves.
that's well, we've got IDK.
Yeah, but they're in order.
Yeah,
We
but
need elves that
Order
are
isn't the
like
good guys though.
bad guys, chaos bad guys.
Yeah, you mean chaos.
Chaotic
Elves
elves.
because like IDK and what's it called? Sisters.
Well,
They're
which
both
host? The Dwarves King. Yeah.
they're both like
Keep the
yeah.
sword there.
They're both kind of evil. Like from a certain point of view, right?
Well, completely. Dwarves
As
King like killing people and using their blood for rituals.
yeah.
Even if they can eat people's souls and make you forget about them.
Yeah, as is their right via prima nocta. That's how that works, right?
But then again, it's also kind of like I wish that would change. I kind of wish Order would break into two different factions because Order is such a big faction in comparison to all the others.
Yeah, it's true, but then it's like then you'd have five.
Hmm.
I almost feel like four is too much.
Yeah, I think.
But I think the solution is just to add more destruction and death armies, you know?
Yeah.
And maybe more chaos armies, although there's way more than there are of death or destruction. We've got like four.
I think especially with the chaos as well, you have the mortal element and the demon
There are good
element.
elves
It
in
kind of
AoS, Keith
doubles
asks.
up.
That's the right answer there. That's the right
It's
answer.
true. It's
It's
true.
it's like in 40k. It's like there's a good faction in 40k. No, there is not. They don't exist. I, I
Just
think
split Oryx into an entire faction.
we
Yep.
need more chaos armies. We need new models. Yeah, that's you're not wrong. Uh, Slanesh still stuck in the early 2000s. Yeah. Well, Slanesh did just get like a pretty decent revamp, but Skaven, 30-year-old models, some of them. Poor Lord Skrulk. He's like, can someone just get me a refresh? I've got an advanced degree in biology over here in real life, and I've got kids and a mortgage. I'm too old.
But I mean, they could still bring back Chaos
Oh,
Dwarfs.
beasts, totally. Yeah, beasts need it, but they don't need it as bad as Skaven. But yeah, man. So I guess Skaven are like the worst off, and then what? Seraphon, second oldest models. I'm not sure. And then
Oh, right.
beasts. I'm not sure about that actually. Slanesh do have some really funky old models, but they just got a bunch of new stuff, so I don't see them getting a lot in the near future. There are only two elves, Malekith and Hugo Weaving. Yeah. Mr. Anderson. Love how all the new beast models aren't chaos beasts. You do have a good point there. Beasts of Nurgle. Although Beasts of Nurgle, they're not that new. Wait, when did they come out with Beasts? Do you remember?
Oh, actually, there's also sorry, I'm still stuck on that Malekith and Hugo Weavering. The guy in Hellboy 2, played by one of the Luke Gross. He was a really cool elf.
I don't remember him.
You seen Hellboy 2?
I
What was
saw it,
it?
but like when I actually saw it in the theater, so I don't remember it.
It's Prince Nuada. That was it. So Luke Gross plays Prince Nuada, who's kind of like a white-haired elf who hates humanity and is on a killing spree against them. He was a pretty good elf in that.
Oh,
Got around
okay.
there. He was badass.
I don't remember him at all. I'm
Do you know
assuming
that?
he's an elf like from more like from Norwegian mythology, I guess. No.
He's. I was seeing if I can find a cool picture of him. Yeah, I mean he's like very kind of like dark elf kind of thing.
I mean, I like both of those things. I I actually I don't hate on elves. I
Oh, it's
used
Puck.
I used to like wood elves back in the day.
Oh yeah, like the old school wood elves, like war dancers who like jumping over people's heads and chopping your heads off. They were great.
My favorite were the Way Watchers
Yeah.
and the Hawk Riders, the War Hawk
Yeah.
Riders. I
I
want to call them.
mean, they would again be a cool group to bring. Like I still hold on hope that the
Kurnothi.
whole kind of like yeah, because it's just again it's the storyline where Alariel's now in the thing. They go into the Heart of Gur. The Heart of Gur has the power to resurrect
Oh
someone, and
man.
it's just like I really hope that's actually leading somewhere, and it's not just a oh we wrote this cool fluff, and it's not actually going to go anywhere. And
Do you
they
mean
bring back
from the Forbidden Realms thing?
yeah
Right.
Broken Realms. So the big thing of that, and,
That's what it
and
was.
it's also the whole Underworlds thing where the season's been set in the Heart of Gur, where supposedly at the Heart of Gur there's something that can resurrect. It's like a resurrection thing. So the whole thing is like, is Alariel gonna get hands on the resurrection thing and resurrect
God
Kurnoth
dang, that would be so
and
freaking
bring back the
awesome.
Kurnothi?
Oh.
Because it's like why make it this whole thing where Alariel's in ascendant if you're not gonna do something about it? Like
Yeah.
it's kind of, and if they don't, if it's just like a thing to introduce Kragnos, then that was really dull. Like if that's the best you're gonna, like, you could have done a lot more with it.
I mean
But I
that
would, I
it
really
was
hope they do
wait, so
bring
what
them back.
was the plot around that? I don't remember because it's been
Oh, so when Teclis beats up Nagash,
and Arcan.
yeah, but it now meant Death was descended in power, so life
Oh,
suddenly got a boost. So Alario suddenly got this like boost in power because Death had been taken down a notch.
that's cool.
Which is why she got all those new things because like Alario's now got all this new power. But because of that
Right.
power, there was like a backlash of energy across the land, and it woke up Kragnos from the mountain who was trapped
Okay. Okay.
because it was this burst of life energy.
I thought you were
Yeah, so there
saying
you go.
that.
Alario undid the Necroquake. So that's what
Oh,
happened.
that's so dope. I didn't remember that.
Yeah,
And she made the Kron spine. No. Why, Alariel? Damn
yeah,
you.
yeah. You have a lot to
Oh,
answer for there, Alario.
he's the what a troublemaker she is. Um,
Maybe the new incarnate's going to be an anti-Kronstein incarnate, but a bit too late.
but then also like if it becomes the new ubiquitous everyone takes one, then
Mhm.
that's also
I
bad.
hope not. I don't want another season where this one model just dominates every army list.
Hopefully they'll learn from their mistakes because like
Yeah.
I don't know though if it if it meant money to them, then it might just be like I don't see a problem here, you know.
Yeah,
But
true, Keith. Teclis cannot be given the credit for Alfarian kicking the butt of Arkan.
um
Getting
oh
revenge for his death.
oh fair enough. I yes yeah that's how well I remember it.
Because I think it's Arkan who killed Alfarian in the old world.
Oh, that
So I
sounds
think he's the one who kind of destroyed Alfarian.
familiar.
So now it's kind of cool where Alfarian kicked the butt of Arkan and threw him down a hole.
That's pretty cool. I mostly remember the Skaven Seraphon stuff because those are my two favorite factions. But um, yeah, like where do you get all that info? Like I was reading the End Times novels, but like all that cool stuff where like you
Do
know
you have Warhammer Plus?
I do.
I think most of the stuff is available to read. Like even all the old world books, the End Times books,
Yeah.
I think they're all now free to read if you've got that Warhammer Vault.
Oh shoot.
It's part of the Warhammer Plus.
Okay, but
Let me have a quick look.
oh, you mean like the Thanquil End Times book?
Yep, yep.
I've got the Thanquil one.
But all of
Um,
them, I think they're all on there because it's
I
all
see.
old White Dwarfs and Armory books and things like that. And I think all the let me have a look.
I did watch that, Danny, but
Yeah, yeah.
I
So you've got
I'll have to watch
Glotkin,
it again.
Nagash, Fanquil, Kane, and Arkham.
Also, Major Kill actually did lore about the end times, and then he also did lore like fixing them or whatever. But
The Broken Realm books are actually on there as well. So you've got Be'lakor, Marathi, Kragnos, and Teclis.
okay, we're gonna settle this once and for all, everyone. Tyrion or Teclis, okay?
Tyrion.
Hey, check. You give your vote at the end. Dale's vote counts for two, but then when he votes what everyone thinks he's gonna vote for, it's -3. So it actually goes against him somehow. Um, yeah,
To be honest, my honest answer,
yeah.
Ali Fanar.
No, that's not the
Bring,
question.
bring, bring back
Damn it.
Ali Fanar. Get rid of Teclis and Tyrion because Ali Fanar was Batman. So you gotta bring back
Yes,
Batman.
yes. But you know who's my favorite though? I can't remember his name though right now.
You got Elfarion. You've also got the
The,
Dragon Dude.
the one I couldn't
Yeah.
remember his name.
Imric. Prince Imric.
Emric, yeah, Emric. Emric's my favorite, just because he rides dragons. I played that campaign in Total War, and like I was playing with Jeff a co-op campaign, and he was playing as Batman, and I was just like, he was just like, yeah, I just consolidated another faction, or I can't, it doesn't matter. He might have been playing Tyrion now that I think about it, but he's like, yeah, I just consolidated another faction, and blah blah. I'm cool. I got another dragon, and now I have 19 dragons in my army. He like taken over most of the world, and I just had like this army of entire dragons, like star dragons, like all the best dragons, and I was happy. But yeah, I'm such a
Yeah.
Timmy even in that game.
Corhill was really good. His model was pretty awesome as well. It's just he wasn't great in game in
Corhill.
comparison. Corhill was the White Lion champion, so he kind of had two
Oh,
axes.
right.
Um, Caradron was the Phoenix Guard one who had an awesome model, and he was actually pretty good in the game because he had like a hero stats, but he had a 4-up ward save. But he also gave you unit magic resistance free. So if you put him in a unit of Phoenix Guard, they had a
Jeez.
2-up ward save versus spells.
That's crazy. If you have a 2-up ward save versus spell, if the
Yeah.
spell says no saves can be taken against this, then you still don't get it? Or,
Yeah, you don't get it.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
That's
So
cool.
Purple Sun would still kill stuff. Like the
Or,
old version of it.
or Curse of the
Which
Horned Rat.
Duardin God is coolest? Go Trick.
Which Duardin God? None of them, Keith. I'm just kidding. I'm going to say I really like Grungy. I know Gotrek isn't a fan, but wait, is Gotrek on the list?
Yeah, it's because Go Trick is kind of.
Yeah, like if he's on the list, then I choose Gotrek just because he's hilarious.
And he's voiced by Brian Blessed now.
Yes. He
Yeah, that
or
was an instant sell for me.
oh my. I mean, he did the audio play. But wasn't it
He does the audiobooks and the computer game for Total War.
right? But he didn't do the he doesn't do the Gotrek novels, right? The audio
Yeah,
novels?
yeah, he's in the newer ones. Yeah.
I thought it was voiced by what's his bucket? Like John,
No,
right?
he voices the things, but they when it's Go Trek, they have Brian Blessed doing it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, so, yeah. Let
I
people
I
search.
know he's in the audio play. Now I need to look it up. Look what you've done, Dale.
I don't think he did it for the first one, but I think he did it for the one after because
Well, he did it for the two
um
audio plays for sure.
because
But
he did it for Total
are you
War.
saying you think he did Git Slayer?
He may have done. Nah.
Um,
And best say Go Tech audiobook.
Now we need to find out.
It
Git Slayer.
looks like he was in Realms,
Jonathan
right?
Keeble is who narrates it. He's so good.
Yeah, but it says here, Go Trek Realm Slayer. Go Trek is got narrated by Jonathan Keeble, but it's got Brian Blessed, Stephen Cullen in it.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. Those are the
Yeah,
audio plays. Realm
yeah.
Slayer is the audio play, and these are the novels. So I don't
Okay.
think he does it in the novel,
That's for the Gig Slayer.
but I don't see
Yeah, just okay, just
it.
narrated by Jonathan Kimball. Okay.
He's
But maybe it was just that
so
one I heard and then
the reason I was bringing it up is because the the novels are just a narrator. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, because I hear Michael Bay likes Grimnir. Yeah, yeah, that checks out. Apparently, I also worship at the feet of Michael Bay, but only when I play Skaven. Um, the audio dramas, yeah, yeah. Gordon's alive. What?
yeah, because you've seen Flash Gordon.
Not since I was a child.
So the original Flash Gordon movie,
Yeah.
the king of the Hawkmen is Brian Blessed.
Oh, for real?
And
That's
yeah,
awesome.
and he does the whole Gordon's alive with his deep, big voice. Yeah,
He's pretty good. I
he was at Blackadder as well as King Richard. I think it was.
So I really like, especially what was the second audio play that they did?
Mhm.
Um, I think the first one was Realm Slayer, and then this I can't remember. But anyway, it had
Look,
it had Skaven in it, and it had Thankful in it, and it was so awesome. Um, but we need more Skaven content, and we need more Gits content.
well, hopefully when the book drops, the army book, the other thing will drop.
Hopefully, although I don't know if I have it in me. That that last one was was it was a slog for me because I then immediately went into like literally finished it when I was airbrushing, and then I started listening to Skaven Slayer, and like what the crap, that book is so good. Like all of those William King, Gotrek, and Felix novels are so good. So I'm like halfway through Skaven Slayer, and then I'm gonna go on to Troll Slayer. I think I'm doing it out of order, but whatever. I had to get the Skaven one first. I think Troll Slayer is the first one, right? Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. You guys probably know about them better than I do, but and then tell me which one to go on to after I listen to Troll Slayer.
Oh, is
Or
this the Go Trek books?
what do you mean?
Like Troll Slayer.
Yeah, yeah. Troll Slayer I think is the
Oh
very first
God.
uh, Gotrek and Felix novel. I could be wrong about that. And then I think Skaven Slayer is
Um,
like the second or third one.
where's my books?
But I haven't. I read Skaven Slayer way back in the day, but I don't remember it at all. But like, man, is it good? The prose, the characters, just
Hang on. I think it's.
it's so good. It doesn't even feel like a Black Library novel. Like, no
That's not that.
offense.
I'm trying to see them on my shelf.
Does William King still write? That bastard needs to start putting
I think he
pen
did
to
some
paper again.
recently.
Did it? Did
Yeah,
he?
he did. Let me have a look at my books.
He wrote my favorite
Okay,
40K
so
novels.
okay, Grey Seer, Shaman Slayer, Zombie Slayer, Man Slayer, Elf Slayer, Orc Slayer.
Oh,
That's,
wait,
that's
is
some of
this?
the Go Trek.
But
I don't know if it's in that order.
what are you reading from?
I'm looking at my bookshelf at
Oh yeah, that's
the Slayer books.
well, unless you managed to put it
Uh,
in
get
order.
Slayer.
Did they ever confirm
I'm
that
sure
Felix is now a
William King did
Stormcast?
something.
So they have not, Keith, and that's what we thought there was going to be. Slayer, he kills himself. He hasn't done that yet.
Slayer.
Um,
Sausage
they
Slayer.
have not confirmed what happened to
Is it in the bedroom?
Felix,
Hmm?
Is it
but
in the bedroom?
It's fine. It's
I
it's probably
started
there.
reading. They're all really good, Keith. Like I would highly recommend any of the Go Trek audio plays or books. But I couldn't finish the newest one, which is called Soul Slayer, which is IDK, because it was so good. I just wanted to paint IDK. So I'm
Oh no,
saving it
that
for when I
means
go
you
back
you
into
don't
it.
know what happens at the end then.
I don't know what happens at the end. Don't
Oh,
spoil it
it's like
for
a
me.
big it's a big thing because it's so basically I spoke to Darius Hinks on this. So
Okay.
what he's doing with the newer books is that's the first three ones are the first part of the new trilogy.
It is
So
the new
so Soul
trilogy.
Slayer is the end of that first three book line, and then there's going to be the next three book line.
But he's not writing the next one, hey?
I don't know. I don't know if he's.
Well, they already showed it at
Oh,
that
have
Black
they? Did
Library
they already
event.
show? So
Yeah,
not Darius Hinks?
and it's not Darius Hanks, which is very disappointing to me because I think he's the best, like other than William King, which doesn't think he seems to be writing much anymore. I haven't seen a new William King book come out, but I don't always pay the most attention. So is this the same as all the other Stormcast names are made similar? No, it's not like that. Like we just don't know what happened to Felix, I think. So we're kind of waiting to find out, and maybe the new trilogy will kind of go into that. Hopefully they will. Um, I wish they'd given it to Darius Hanks though. That he's really talented, man. But yeah, I mean,
Oh, this book called God Eater's Son, which looks like a Slanesh book.
wow. Are you into
Kind of.
Slanesh, Dale?
Oh,
Are you a Slanesh guy?
sometimes.
Depends on the day of the week.
Ghost Slayer. I wonder which one it is.
Ghoul Slayer is the
Uh,
first one of the new trilogy.
yeah. I'm just looking up the newer ones coming.
Yes. Yeah, they
Um,
announced it at that Black Library event thing that they did.
hmm.
Yeah. When I saw the name similar to Cetra and people were getting excited about him being a Stormcast, I will throw it to you. Yeah. It's not like that. Like they did do it. They have Ekrit in the new in the Hamilcar novel by Guy Haley, which is really good. But yeah, they they have not done anything with Felix. That would be annoying for sure to like. But oh man, I hope so. That would be really cool. Like that would be so freaking hype if they brought Felix back in some capacity. The only problem though is if he is a Stormcast
Chaos
and
Hero.
and he loses his. No, I would actually be. I would be upset. I was like, this is Luke Skywalker all over again. They're killing all my childhood
Bring him
heroes.
back as Fancor's next Bone Ripper.
Oh my god, that's horrifying. He'd have to be more like the Chaos Corn guy who got turned into a mutant rat ogre.
Hmm.
I'm blanking on his name, but I'd rather new
Hmm.
characters with new stories to tell.
So the end of Soul Slayer leads
Don't
into the
spoil
fact.
it.
No,
Don't
I'm
spoil.
not
Okay,
saying
okay.
anything. It's the fact of it will lead into the fact that there will be new characters coming, and that's
Yeah,
what they wanted to do. Is they wanted to they didn't want it to be Gotrek and Felix again. They wanted Gotrek going out in the world and meeting new people, and kind of like Doctor Who, like learning of like having new apprentices every couple of books, kind of thing.
I think you just spoiled it for me.
No, because it doesn't mean they might just leave, or they might get promoted, or they might anything.
I think I know what happens, but I can't guess on stream because then I would have to.
I don't think you do know what happens because it's not what people think happens.
I can't guess on stream.
Just do the Grom Bondable book. Who should do the Grom Bondable book?
Oh, the Grombrindle. Yeah, yeah. Darius Hinks. That would be
Oh, okay.
cool. I mean, he's just a good writer. Like I read his Orion, the first book in the Orion trilogy for the Old World, and man, he writes them so well. Like Wood Elves and Gotrek are not exactly like they don't go hand in hand, but yeah, I got like really invested in those characters.
Mm.
Um, oh, I should do the Grombrindle book. What do you mean?
You can be Grom
I
Brindle.
should do the
Hello,
Grombrindle book.
I'm Grom Brindle. I'm
Nice.
here for you. I'm here for your penny chews.
My Fire Slayer introduction got more flack. Oh, read. I should read the Grombrindle book. I'm not that into dwarves, Alex. I don't know if you know that. I know that you should know that, but I'm not that into dwarves. I've got nothing against them. I just think they should all die because I'm a Skaven, and that's how we think. You know, it's nothing personal. I just think they should all die in warp fire, or warp lightning, or something else. You know, insert horrifying death here. Fed to rat ogres. No dwarves on Saga of Dice. I mean, I can maybe fool some people with my beard, but wouldn't Grumbrindle start sentence with "back in my day" and and with "they don't make these like they used to." That's godlike. Yeah, yeah. Back in my time, we used to wear an onion on the belt,
I kind of
which was the
love him to
style
be
at the time.
Welsh. Hello, I'm Grom Brindle. Would you like to come and have a potato?
What the crap was that? Your
That
Scottish? Your
no,
Scottish accent's really
that
falling
was my
off.
terrible Welsh accent.
Oh, okay.
Hello, from Wales. Very excited. Would you like a potato and some leeks?
Oh man.
Not very good.
Wales Embassy on line 4.
Can longbeards still grumble at endless spells to make them go away? I think so.
Oh, that's so cool. I mean, I don't know about cool. Maybe cool was a poor choice of words.
All right, you purple sun, get there.
Oh man. But okay, fine. Okay. Okay. I know Alex was just complaining about this, but if you could bring a character back from the old world into AoS,
Batman.
who? Batman?
Batman.
That's the easy answer.
I would probably. Oh. Oh, I mean, I would love Skarsnik, obviously. Um,
Don't we have someone better than Skarsnik though?
no,
We've got Scragrot.
Skarsnik.
Scragrot is the Loon King. Okay. What about if we're doing
So,
goblins? What about Grom the Paunch?
Grom could be quite fun.
Yeah. And hilarious. Please give me
Please give me
any
any
Tomb
Tomb
King.
King.
Cetra. All shall bow before me. Minus Arcan and Nagash, of course. Of course. Johann? Johann's still in there, Alex. He's still in there. My heart says Cetra. Sounds like Matthias and Keith are going to get along real well.
I kind of would like Deathmaster Snitch to come back.
Yes. Yes.
Just because
Thank
he was
you.
kind of like,
Thank
he
you.
was like pretty badass.
He is so badass.
He killed the Phoenix King, if I remember correctly.
He
That's how
kills
ends
he
up
kills
dying.
the king of the dwarves, the guy on the chair.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, he drops from the ceiling and just all 3 knives. Oh, it's so dope.
Yeah.
And I didn't like how he went out. Do you know how he died?
Oh.
Oxyotl.
Oh.
Now, Oxyotl's a badass.
I think also it's like Malleus Darkblade would be kind of a cool one.
Yeah.
Deathmaster Snitch, Skarsnik.
I have
Who could
another
get
one.
up? Who?
Krokgar. Like actual Krokgar. He's so badass. It's crazy. Like you look into his lore, the only survivor of Itza, he's like battling them. He's battling like hosts of bloodthirsters on his own for like 1,000 years or something crazy. Cedra would be perfect for a death army that isn't. Yes, we need some like non-Nagash. Sorry, I'm hiccuping or something. Non-Nagash death armies. Now, Matthias still worships Nagash, but we might be able to change him, Keith, if we get back Cetra. Matthias, how do you respond? I'll give you a moment. Everyone can look at my fat pinky. My poor pinky. I almost broke. A close second would be Marius Lightdorf. I don't remember. You're a dirty, fake Nagash lover. Wait, who is fake Nagash? You'll defect immediately. Good. Okay. I'm glad to hear that. I don't know why I'm glad to hear that, but I am glad to hear that. Everyone
remember, Matthias does like OBR.
That's true. That's true. That's a good point, actually. Yeah, I think his favorite army from the old world is Tomb Kings, and Tomb Kings or OBR are basically AoS Tomb Kings, right? I really do wish that they would have like some kind of competition for Nagash, and then maybe it would force him to make an alliance with Sigmar again. No, he'll never make an alliance with Sigmar. What if there's a Death Order faction that's aligned with Sigmar to oppose Nagash? That would be so sick. You love all armies, at least that's what my wallet attests to. Do you, Alex? Do you love elves? Do you?
Oh, yeah, he's got you there.
Yeah. Got you there, friendo. Although he might. He might. Maybe not our friend Rob's level of love of every army, but not me. I'm not talking about myself in the third person. There's another Rob that comes on the channel. Dead elves. Yeah, see. Basing material. That's actually a pretty decent comeback, but it does underline my point that you're full of it. Full of it, sir. I mean,
you could do a display board where you have like an Auric army like swarming over an elven outpost, and you could just have lots of dead elves on it.
Is there anyone that makes like 3D prints of like dead elves? Because that would be like so perfect for Alex. Next battle report, Alex has an elves army out of spite. God dang.
Yeah, Matthias, I'm also kind of surprised you didn't do a Tomb King OBR and you did a Sylvaneth OBR. That was kind of...
It was a little bit of a missed opportunity, but
you could always do another OBR list.
His conversions for the Sylvaneth though are actually really cool. So you made the right choice. And then if they do come back with Tomb Kings in the old world and you play Tomb Kings, then it's not like you have two of the same army. Right?
Oh, sorry. You could sell them and then start another Tomb King army. OBR Tomb Kings.
Don't sell them. They're getting a new book soon, and you're gonna quickly abandon the Skaven that got you where you are today to go be a dirty fake Tomb King player. We all know it's true. You're going to abandon us once more. How broken are OBR going to be? That's my question.
To be honest, I don't think they will. They seem to be doing a pretty good job with the new books.
I know, but that's not very grabby and funny.
I mean, even look at like how quickly they've kind of fixed the points on like the Ogre tribes. Because in general, the books were fine. It was just like some of the things were a bit too cheap.
I can't believe they did that.
But
did they change Noblars?
Yeah, they went to 120, I think.
Dang, that was quick.
But yeah, it's like I'm kind of confident. Like they seem to have a good thing going with the books at the minute.
They're doing a fantastic job. I'm being silly, of course.
Which is why it's going to be interesting when the Beastmen get a new book, and then Seraphon get a new book. Then and then the Daughters of Cain have had this point hit, so now the points are being hit on the battle tactics. Like, is that going to kind of balance things up more?
Well, did you see that Seraphon were at like a 51 or 52% win rate before they just got another nerf? It's like,
But
why
I don't know
you
if that's
wait?
just that people have stopped using it. Because again, it's like I wish these things would show you how
That's-
many times they're being
That's
played.
true, but man, I think they went overboard. But it doesn't really matter. I just really hope they don't Slanesh anybody. Like, truly.
Yeah, what we need to do is when the Gits book comes out, we need to stop Alex having any access to email so he cannot email the FAQ department because a lot of his stuff seems to come out and go through. So I want, unless it's positive email, not allowed to. No.
Alex mostly does that to his own armies.
Don't touch my sweet baby boys.
Touch your what, baby boys?
My sweet baby boys. I wanted to do one of these meme things where it's like how everyone else sees squigs and it's just like critters and stuff, like these like violent balls of blood and death. And then it's like how I see squigs, and it's like one of these people with like a bulldog going, "Oh, you're a good little face. Oh, you're a good little boy. He's my good little boy." Because that's how I feel with my squigs.
If any of you don't follow Eric on Instagram, he's got an account for his bulldog, and his bulldog is so like, I love my dog. Obviously, I love my dog more than I love Eric's dog. But his dog takes better pictures. Like, someone needs to sign that dog up to be like the representative of like a dog food or something. It's crazy.
Yeah, my dog is beautiful, but she is not photogenic unless she's sleeping.
yeah. It's kind of the same for Frecky.
Yeah. And even then, like, she just seems to know that you're trying to take a picture of her, so she'll move or stop doing the thing.
She'll come right up to me. It's crazy. So you are saying that when squigs sleep, they snore like a bulldog? Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Mixed with a pug.
Mix.
Just like disgusting.
Mixed with a pig.
Noise, inbred noise.
Mixed with a pig. They're basically like, isn't that what they're supposed to be? It's just pigs? Mushroom pigs?
This is angry mushrooms of muscle. Like,
they're basically how have you ever heard how Billy Connolly describes pit bulls? Not bulldogs, pit bulls. He calls them.
No, but I can imagine.
He says they're basically just a row of teeth in an arsehole.
I dated this girl once from Surrey, and she had 3 pit bulls that used to sleep in the bed with her.
Oh,
and as much as she was an attractive and great person, it was a no.
Yeah, right.
Because they were just like, they are just such. I don't know if you've ever slept in a room with a pug, but like, they're just the worst snorers, and they're just so inbred. And it was just like a no. It's like, that's not a dog. That's just something that you should just not happen. Like, you know.
Yeah. They're one of a kind.
But I love Frenchies. I love bulldogs. Pugs, just nope.
Oh yeah, pug. We just met a pug the other day, and when I was out taking Frecky for a walk, and people don't know my dog. He's gigantic. He's a giant Bernese mountain dog, but he's a coward, and he's like the nicest thing. Like, he keeps getting bit on the face because he's sniffing dogs, and he never bites or growls or does anything back. He just gets out of there, right? But I mean, if someone ever broke in here, I'm sure like it would be a different story. You know what I mean? But like when he's just out walking or whatever, he just never harms anyone. But anyway, this little pug was trying to like eat my dog, and Frankie just kind of kept walking up and it's like snapping at him. He's just kind of sniffing it and just getting in there, dude. Oh, Doom.
I'm just looking up. Yeah, they're called werebutts.
What?
I'm just looking them up just now.
Yeah,
oh yeah, I see that. Yeah. So they're kind of like a butt, and along the butt crack is teeth.
That is hilarious. I didn't. What's Doom Patrol again?
It's a I think it's based around the DC comic,
Not the
but it's
Marvel
like
comic?
no, I don't. Maybe it is Marvel. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
I think it's DC though.
I only know. Oh, DC. Oh, okay.
DC, yeah.
I only know
It's the
Victor
one
Von.
with Brendan Fraser's like the robot in it and stuff. It was
Oh,
his kind of comeback series.
cool.
And
No, I don't know anything about it. It sounds hilarious though. I guess it's a comedy. It's kind of a spoof, I would assume.
yeah, I mean it's a comic show, so there's a lot of like out of the box weird silly stuff in it.
Almost like Rick and Morty, kind of over the
In a
top.
way, yeah. They lean more on the fact of like it's a comic other than Marvel that forgets it's a comic at times or goes too heavy into being a comic.
Okay.
But it's pretty good. Like if you just want a fun series just to kind of watch while painting. I mean, I've only seen the first series. I've not watched the others, but yeah, it's quite a cool thing to put in the background.
That's awesome. I have not.
Mhm.
Um, okay. I've got another very important question for everyone. If you had a pet squig, what would you name him? Or her? Or it? They're mushrooms, I think, technically.
I think it'd be like Wing Commander Squiggles McSquigbert.
And then what would you call him for short?
Squiggles.
Squiggles, yeah.
Squiggles.
That's what I frequently refer to as.
You get squig like
But
squig face.
I refer to my squigs as squiggles anyway, so I kind of
Okay.
want something else. I feel like the right answer is gobbler.
Exactly. That's why. Halito. That's why Skarsnik and Gobbler were the best. That's why I'm really looking forward to the new Squig Boss because he is like an incarnation of Skarsnik and Gobbler.
Did they give his little pet squig a name?
No, I mean, nothing's really come out of him apart from just the Squig Boss so far. So we don't even know if he's like Squig Boss with blah 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 or if it's just Squig Boss or
I thought they said in the article it was something. Mr. Squiggles.
Mr. Squiggles.
It's good to be formal like that sometimes.
You
Like
could be like Mr. Squiggles.
if you're at a wedding or a funeral, you got to have that.
Every time I think of Mr. Squiggles, I just remember there's a Red Dwarf episode where he's got the hand puppet that he's talking to because he's deranged from this virus, and it's like a penguin puppet,
Yeah.
and I can't remember, it's like Mr. I think it's like Mr. Squiggle. It's like Mr. Sank thinks you've been very naughty, and he's gonna like kill you and stuff. If you ever seen Red Dwarf is a fantastic British TV sci-fi series, whereas like it was brilliant. Seasons 3 to 6 are like some of the best comedy sci-fi stuff, like with the chicken vindaloo monster and stuff like this. Mr. Fibble, that's it, Mr. Fibble. Mr. Fibble is very angry. I think that.
Ladivicus has your number, Matthias. You call it Matthias Squig. That's a solid name.
There you go, Mr. Fibble.
What's
There's no links you can watch later.
Oh, got it. That's for.
It's from the Mr. Fibble scene.
I watched Red Dwarf like so long ago. My cousin recommended it to me. I don't think I got to season 3 though.
Matthias Squig. Yeah, we can make
Squig.
Matthias into a squig.
His mouth needs to be bigger. Got to work on that, Matthias. I think Gobbler is the right answer, but you can't go wrong with that. But there's got to be some more names out there.
Are you scared because I'm just like cackling to myself?
To be fair, it was quite creepy, which we appreciate. Yeah. And Dale is often Matthias's ride, although maybe not anymore. Is that why Matthias finally got a car?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I think we should it's like I think he's gonna stay in a room with me and Roman when we go down to Sparkle Party in March.
I'll pray for him. Go on.
But it really depends, like, because he lives in Abbotsford now. I don't
Yeah.
know if it's best for him to drive somewhere and meet us and leave his car there and then go down all together, or if he's gonna take his car as well.
It'd be a lot more fun to ride with everyone, but
Yeah.
if I had to ride with you, I don't know, right?
We're good. We have car sing-alongs when we
Creep.
come back.
Well, that's good. Why
It was
not?
really cool because the
Why
last
not
time
on the
we
way
went
down?
because when we go down, we actually had stuff to talk about. But it's just like that happened naturally the last time we were coming back. I was just saying to everyone, it's like there's no judgment about anyone singing when we do car singing, and like everyone joined in on some of the songs, like me, Matthias, and Roman. So it's quite good fun
That's awesome.
because you want to kind of keep the adrenaline. Because there's only so much you can think about Warhammer and talk about stuff on a 2.5 hour, 3 hour trip back. So it's nice to keep the adrenaline going and have something to do.
Absolutely. I used to karaoke's part of like your work life in Japan, so I've been many a time.
Oh, I love singing.
Yeah,
I might not be very good at it, but I love singing.
same. Yeah, I I used to take family and friends over here as well. There was a really great place in Metrotown near the arcade,
Hmm.
and it closed down a while ago, but it was really awesome. And next door was an amazing bubble tea place.
The trick when driving a long distance is to sing along badly with songs on the radio, but deliberately sing badly. Yeah, totally. And it's just like definitely keeps you more awake.
Yeah.
Because I find like, so when I think the longest I did was like a 14-hour drive from when I was going down to Neotropolis last year, by myself. And like, I just found audiobooks are fine for short amount of time, but I just find you don't have the same kind of distraction. And what I kind of enjoyed doing was like listening to music, but then also kind of like dancing or bouncing a little bit in my seat because it helps move your body and your muscles. And it's like
Totally.
if for those that have never been to on the I-5 from Vancouver down to um, like Santa Cruz, California, it's just one big long road.
Yeah.
Like you have some little bits where it changes, but from kind of like after Seattle to Tacoma, it's just like a long road all the way down. So being able to like move your body a bit and being able to bounce around a bit and stuff, it really helps without having to stop all the time.
It'll help you not get, road hypnotism and a bunch of other
Yeah,
stuff
had the
too.
windows down so people can hear you singing. Yep, yep,
Yeah, on the highway.
yep, yep. And then, if especially if you're feeling confident as well, when you're at a stop sign and you got your window down, just look at the car next to you while still singing badly and to
Nice.
see if you can make eye contact.
I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. Blaring Spice Girls. That'd be so godlike. Yeah.
It can be good fun. But yeah, I usually have it with Taylor Swift,
Taylor Swift. That's fair. Yeah.
especially the one with the goat noises. You just fill in the goat.
There's a Taylor Swift song with goat noises?
Have you not heard the Taylor Swift song with goats?
No.
It's a whole mean. I think it's Trouble is the song.
Okay.
But in the chorus when she goes or whatever it is, people substituted her for goats.
What? That's crazy.
And it became a whole thing that now, like, if people do that as a thing. I'm gonna put it up in the chat so you can look at them.
Like that?
No, it's more like
Oh, like screaming goats.
yeah, screaming goats.
Oh, God.
Yeah. But supposedly, like people now do it at concerts and stuff. When
What?
she's singing. Yeah, and she knows about it. It's like a whole meme thing.
Yeah. As long as it's not mean,
Mm-mm. Mm.
I don't really.
No, it's purely a meme
Um,
thing.
That's pretty funny.
I love a lot of Taylor Swift stuff nowadays. It's kind of funny because like when I used to do the Chump Hammer show years ago, we used to do in between the show we'd do little breaks and usually we'd put like 20 seconds worth of music aside because you can get around the copyright things that way. And it's kind of funny because like most of the time it'd be like rock songs and stuff, but then like every other episode we'd put like a Taylor Swift song in there because little Pat was obsessed with Taylor Swift. and it just kind of like grew on me.
That's great. Yeah,
So, yeah.
I mostly lately I've mostly been listening to Korean hip hop, but I do listen to some Korean K-pop as well. And that's probably the closest thing to Taylor Swift that I listen to. So certainly not against anything that people
I was I
enjoy.
heard this thing the other day about, is it like one of the biggest male K-pop groups are going on a break, and like they're worried about how it's going to affect the economy because the amount of money that that band brings in or
It
something
must
like
be
that.
BTS.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's BTS.
I don't
And
listen to.
supposedly like the amount of money that they bring in to the
I think
country or something like that is
they
just,
make more than any group in the world or something like, or
yeah,
any musical
yeah.
artist in the world. It's wild. No, I.
Yes, Keith, we spoke about that at the beginning about they on
Oh, they're
Monday they
doing their
dropped that stuff.
military
Oh, that
service.
was it, the military
Yeah,
country.
that
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
sense. And
But
it's
like they were
required,
saying, like
and they can't
surely it
make
would
an
be wise.
exception.
Yeah,
Wow. Yeah, so they'll be gone for like 2 years then.
yeah,
Although they do get breaks, so maybe they could just do little things in between.
yeah.
That's so crazy. That's so
A
wild.
military band or something.
I'm mostly, yeah, it's mostly been like Korean hip hop for me lately, but I do like Twice a lot. It's a girl group. They shot
I
one of
just
their
realized,
videos in Vancouver. It was kind of cool.
I just realized we've been rambling on for nearly 2 hours.
That's what we do, Dale. That's all we're good
Yeah,
for.
I know.
But
At least we'll have like, so hopefully next week. So if I don't even know if we're gonna have them out in time. So the LVO
don't you
cutoff
dare say hopefully next week you start the show without any hiccups. That's not what we're going for.
not gonna happen. No. So the shut off for the LVO lists is Sunday, but I don't know if they're gonna open them up on Sunday or Monday. Because my original plan was they were supposed to shut it off on the 20th. So I was hoping over the weekend I was able to do like a breakdown of factions and stuff like this. But now I don't know if we'll have that by Tuesday.
Oh,
They might not open the lists.
when is that?
LVO's a week Thursday.
A week. Wow.
Yeah,
Wait, it
next week.
starts on Thursday every year?
No, so it starts. I fly down Thursday. The
Oh, okay.
Games Workshop preview is Thursday night,
Oh, okay.
and then Friday is day one
So you're not
of
going to be
the.
able to do like the show on Thursday? Or excuse me, like
No,
you're not going to be able to do like the reaction to it?
well, no, because I'll be there.
Got you.
So you'll have to
Maybe you
see if
could
someone
come
can come
on
on.
though. Maybe we could do something.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's the same time, so it just really. I mean, I might do it from a bar with Coach or someone if he's there, as I will join in. But
That would be amazing.
I don't know what we've got planned on Thursday night in a minute. But we've got yeah. So Friday is day one, Saturday is day two, but Sunday is where it's the playoffs for the people that get into the final 8 or 10 or whatever it is for the systems.
Yeah.
That's why it's over 3 days for LVO, because it's again like we looked at it at the minute. I think what Age of Sigma's on 292 players.
Yeah. I think it's
And
top 8 is the playoff thing.
yeah, because they're doing a shadow round on if there's more than 8 people,
And then as soon
5
as
and
you
0.
lose, you're out. It's like a little mini
Yeah, yeah,
single elimination tournament. Yeah.
yeah. But this year is the first year where if you 5 and 0, you still might not get into day two, because it looks like if you 5 and 0 and there's more than 8 people 5 and 0ing, there's going to be a shadow tournament. I don't know if it's like the bottom people or something, where they have to then play another game to get into the next day.
That's
So some of the people on
crazy.
Sunday morning might have played 3 games. Oh, sorry, uh,
So
3 games on Sunday or
the
something.
tournament starts on like the first day of the tournament is Friday?
Yeah, so you have 3 games on
Wow.
Friday and then 2 games on Saturday. If there's more than 8 people 5 and 0 at the end of Sunday, they play another game for someone. I don't know if it's everyone or like all the people that are 5 and 0, or if it's just certain people in the bottom section. And then
Wow.
Sunday is the final 8, and it's a knockout. So it's usually 3 games. You go 8-4, 4-2, finals.
Well, you said there's almost 300 people, right?
There's 292 at the minute,
So like, yeah, so
and there
almost
might be
almost
dropouts.
300
There may be
people.
more tickets and stuff.
So then is that a record for them for AoS?
maybe.
Like I know it's
And
not even
then
close to a record for 40K, but
Sunday they then do a doubles. So not many tickets sell for the doubles beforehand, but what always happens is over the Saturday, the Friday and the Saturday,
yeah,
anyone that's not going to get into the final eight,
they go
then
into the double.
like they'll just meet someone and be like, hey, do you want to go
Totally.
and do the doubles? And they'll go and buy a doubles ticket, or they'll go and hang out and watch the things.
You and Coach should be a doubles team.
He's
If
already
he's
got someone
Oh,
supposedly,
does
so
he? That makes
yeah.
sense.
But I might do it with Ricky or someone. I'd like find another Gits player and we'll just do double Gits for fun.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Or there is the possibility of, because Games Workshop are doing the Age of Sigma coverage, I was gonna
Hopefully,
like
fingers crossed, Dale.
yeah, I was gonna say to Coach or someone, it's like we should totally just try and invade the stream and be like, hey, we'll help. We know what we're doing.
Don't say it
Divided
like that
by
though. Don't be like,
2,
well,
divided by
we know what we're talking about.
4. So potentially, yeah. So if you break down 292 people over 5 rounds, then there's 9 and a bit that can 5-0.
Wow.
So if no one draws, or it's going to be interesting.
Well, if it's 10, it doesn't work either, huh?
Yeah.
So then it would just be done through soft scores, maybe?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It might be the soft scores decide. I don't know how they're doing the shadow round.
That would be. I mean, they do what they got to do, right? Like,
Yeah.
do what you got to do. I don't know why I'm talking like a wise guy, but that's where we are.
Background rambling is good for painting. Good.
That's good.
Well, I am
that is our
gonna
forte.
go.
Yeah.
I think that's more bringing it up because I think I'm gonna go and finish off for the evening because I'm up at 6 for work.
Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna call it here too. I got all my purple done on 20 squigs, so I'm pretty
Nice.
happy with that. Yeah. So this, if I finish these, that'll take me to 40 squigs. Yeah.
The lunch, it calls me.
Nice. Heck yeah. Hope your lunch is good. Well, we really appreciate everyone hanging out. I've got to do a thumbnail for the video that's coming out tomorrow. Hope you all enjoy it.
Oh, is this Roman's one?
No, this is Matthias.
Okay. Oh, the one.
Roman is the most recent one. I actually had an embarrassment of amazing people who are willing to film battle reports. So next is no, this is the Matthias did like a Nahol 101 video, and it's really awesome. It turned out really good, I think.
I mean, I'll hopefully come back in February. I mean, ideally, it'll be nice if we have the new book by then, and I can come and bring my Gits on
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the new book.
We could do a Git Civil War.
Yeah.
When it comes out, and yeah, it should be good. So then, but yeah, anyway, that's coming out tomorrow, and then I'm trying to get the next one edited, which is I don't remember. Actually, I don't remember who's next. Oh, I think it's me and Carson play a yeah. But anyway, the theme of Diggy Diggy Hole. No, it's not. No, it's just Matthias just dropped some serious truth bombs when it comes to how to use your gnaw holes, and therefore it also becomes this amazing guide into what to look out for that the Skaven player could be doing. It's really
Matthias
good.
is going to teach you about his holes.
Yes, he talks about his magic holes
and his famous magic holes, and why his magic holes are now Games Workshop renowned.
Yep. His lovely magic bumps.
He showed people around the world things they could do with his hole that you never.
Okay, this is over. Mountain crabs, yes, Brayden. I've got mountain crabs coming back. No one knows what you're talking about because
exactly.
The patrons know about mountain crabs.
Even the people from Games Workshop that were doing the stream were like, "What is he doing with his holes? I didn't even imagine you could do that with that." No.
I've got lots of mountain crabs, Brayden. So you can look forward to that.
Subject. I'm surprised you just didn't mute me and just let me keep talking, and then you'd go la la la. Mountain crabs.
I would have had I thought about it. but Brayden brought up the Like honestly, those patron videos with Carson, the Path to Glory games, are some of the funniest, best content I think we've ever put out. Um, but Carson he did finish
Are you done?
his ogres, so
I'm coming.
he'll be back with a full battle report coming soon. Yeah, exactly. These ogres are eating way too many of those poor crabs. Shh, Brayden. Honestly, though, it's such a fun game. I had a blast, even though I got destroyed. I was getting compliments on holes all the time. Them holes.
Right. I got a piece out.
Cool.
Oh yeah, show my bag. Lisa started doing my bag, so I've got
Wow.
it's got different patches to go on it, but that says sorry, I'm busy doing Goblin SHIT.
Nice. I appreciate you self-modulating there. Brainworm myself. Oh well.
Night everyone.
Yeah,
Night,
good night,
Brayden.
everyone. Thanks so much for hanging out. We really appreciate you all. And yeah, we'll see you guys again soon. Bye.